Should I quit my job? Let's face it, we've all been there, we've all had those days when we sort of think, do you know what, I've had enough of this, I can't take anymore, it's time I quit this job. But the question is, should you? Hey there, how's it going? My name is Coop and welcome to Think Can Will. So in these videos I share tips and advice to help you achieve your potential. So if it's something you're interested in, then please do consider subscribing, hit the notification bell so you get an alert next time I post a new video. I would really appreciate your support, so thank you very much. So have you felt like quitting your job? Do you feel like that now? The question is, should you really do it? Now, my go-to advice in this situation is always, don't do it, never quit. Never let quitting become part of who you are. Now, the saying goes, winners never quit and quitters never win. So whatever your reason for thinking you should quit, don't do it because you're looking to take the easy way out. Now, I'm assuming you need to work, so here's some things to think about. If you're being bullied or harassed at work, then first of all, follow the procedures within your organisation for dealing with such a situation. Go through the process. Now, if that reaches a resolution and you're not satisfied with it, then sure, make the decision that it's time to move on. But in doing so, you've stood up, you've said, I'm not prepared to take this, and then when you do reach the point where you've decided to move on, make sure that you've got something else to move on to before you go. All the while, you're making sure that you're showing you're staying strong. Now, if the work that you currently do provides you with a moral or ethical conflict, then sure, it's a really good reason to move on. But again, make sure that you've got something else to move on to before making that jump. At this stage, I would just say, if you're liking the video so far, then give me the thumbs up and like this video. Thank you very much. Now, if you feel like quitting because you feel like you're not making a difference, then you're wrong. If your job wasn't making a difference, if you weren't making a difference, your job wouldn't exist. So if you feel like that, the best thing to do is try to reconnect with the value, try to identify the value that your job is bringing, the work that you do, what it provides to people. And if you need to, then speak to your manager, but try to just reconnect with what your role actually does and what it provides. If you feel like quitting because you feel like you're not progressing fast enough, then don't. You know, being keen, being capable are great qualities, but understand that lots of other people are keen and capable as well. And it takes time and it takes patience to progress. Listen, the workplace is a competitive environment and it takes time and experience to develop the skills and the emotional intelligence to be able to move on and progress effectively. Progress effectively is about more than just being good at the job that you do now. You need to be prepared for what the next level brings. So for example, it could be that you will become a manager as you progress. Are you ready for that responsibility, being responsible for a team of people? Have you developed the skills necessary to do that? Have you built a solid foundation which you can continue to build and learn? A lot of people try to move on really quickly, but what I've seen in my experience is a lot of people have tried to do it without giving themselves time to gain the experience or to develop the skills and the mental toughness, the mental resilience of working at a higher level and the pressure that that brings. And before you know it, actually really capable people 6 months down the line find themselves under a lot of pressure and coping with stress that they just can't handle. So as much as you sort of feel like you're not progressing fast enough, understand that actually during this time you're also developing the resilience to be able to cope with the pressure that comes when you do develop. You've got to think about it like musicians. People don't learn to play an instrument, form a band and then go and play Wembley Stadium. First of all, they have to pay their dues, so they go and play to A Man and His Dog, then they'll play the small bars, they'll play the larger bars, they'll play the larger venues, then they'll play the arenas. And maybe then, if they're lucky, they'll get to play Wembley Stadium, having honed their musical skills, having learnt to deal with the pressure of playing in front of larger and larger crowds, having learnt how to entertain, how to command that stage. Some people do progress really quickly, some bands do get to play Wembley Stadium really quickly. But what I guarantee you is it's the people that take the time, the people that don't rush, the people that really learn and develop themselves and build the skills, build the resilience, build the capability. They're the ones that will keep moving forward. They're the bands that will keep coming back to play Wembley Stadium in the future rather than just a one-off. Some situations are so toxic that if it's affecting your mental health or well-being, then it might be the right thing to move on and leave. Now, obviously it's up to you to work out what the impact of walking away from that situation is. Obviously, like I said, try not to walk away from a situation, put yourself into a worse one, but if walking away helps, if that's what you need to do, then do it. Otherwise, once you've made the decision that it's time to go, then make sure that you do it on your terms. Make sure you find something alternative first to move on to, so that when you do go, like I said, it's on your terms. Just like I said, winners never quit and quitters never win. So be patient, stay focused, keep learning and work hard. Till next time, take care and I'll see you soon.